Hello, Los Angeles Dodgers fans. We've got fresh, exclusive videos and the latest updates just for you. Before we dive in, make sure to join our channel and hit that like button. This is the best way to stay on top of all the breaking news. Rumor has it that tensions are rising within the Los Angeles Dodgers organization, and the latest whispers around the league are impossible to ignore. Sources suggest that Dave Roberts, known for his strict managerial style and unwillingness to compromise on discipline, has taken drastic measures after a recent incident involving one of the team's most hyped young talents, Roki Sasaki. Nicknamed the Monster of the Reiwa era, Sasaki has been a sensation ever since his debut in Japan with the Chiba Lotte Marines, where he quickly established himself as a generational talent, dazzling fans and scouts alike with his electric fastball and devastating breaking pitches. Now, in Los Angeles, the spotlight has only intensified, and with it, the pressure to perform flawlessly both on and off the field. Rumors indicate that this is not the first time Roberts has had to address behavioral concerns, but the idea that a player of Sasaki's caliber could be sidelined is sending shockwaves through baseball circles, raising questions about team dynamics, cultural adjustments, and expectations placed on international stars in Major League Baseball, all while fans speculate about the long-term implications for both the player and the organization. Whispers from inside the Dodgers clubhouse suggest that the tension has been simmering for weeks, with teammates noticing subtle signs of friction between Sasaki and the coaching staff. While specifics remain unconfirmed, insiders claim that Roberts' decision to bench the young Japanese pitcher stems from an incident that violated team rules, possibly related to punctuality, conduct, or failure to adhere to internal protocols. This move has sparked intense debate among analysts and fans alike, as Sasaki is widely regarded as a cornerstone for the franchise's future, a rare talent whose potential could redefine the team's trajectory for years to come. Critics argue that sidelining such a high-profile player carries risks, both in terms of on-field performance and public perception. Yet proponents insist that Roberts' approach reflects a larger philosophy of accountability, emphasizing that no player, regardless of reputation or skill, is exempt from the team's standards. The rumor mill continues to churn, fueled by social media speculation and insider leaks, with many now questioning whether this disciplinary action is a temporary measure or the beginning of a more permanent rift between the Dodgers management and their most celebrated international acquisition. The narrative surrounding Sasaki has been nothing short of cinematic, and this latest controversy only adds to the intrigue. Fans in Japan and the United States are reportedly divided, with some expressing outrage that a young player, still adapting to a new league and culture, is facing such severe consequences, while others argue that professionalism is non-negotiable at the highest levels of sport. Baseball commentators have speculated endlessly about how this incident might affect Sasaki's development, suggesting that a temporary benching could either serve as a wake-up call or exacerbate the pressure on a player already navigating immense expectations. Meanwhile, rival teams and scouts are reportedly watching closely, as the situation provides rare insight into the Dodgers' internal culture and the challenges faced by international stars transitioning into Major League Baseball, where scrutiny is intense and the margin for error is razor-thin. The rumor itself has become a story that transcends the field, intertwining talent, discipline, culture, and ambition, capturing the imagination of fans worldwide who now eagerly await any signs of reconciliation or further fallout. Reports circulating among beat writers suggest that Roberts' decision may also be a strategic message to the rest of the team, signaling that adherence to rules and accountability will always come first, regardless of status or potential. While no official statement has been released confirming the exact nature of Sasaki's infraction, insiders hint at a combination of behavioral issues and perhaps disagreements over training or in-game conduct. Some analysts have even speculated that the incident could reflect broader challenges faced by international players adapting to the intense media scrutiny and cultural expectations in the United States, highlighting the delicate balance between talent management and enforcing discipline. The Dodgers' handling of the situation, therefore, is not only about one player, but also serves as a case study for how elite organizations navigate the complex dynamics of integrating international talent into a team with established norms, personalities, and expectations, raising questions about long-term strategy, mentorship, and the cultivation of a winning culture without compromising core values. Meanwhile, social media continues to erupt with hot takes, fan theories, and heated debates over whether Roberts' strict approach is justified or overly punitive. Some supporters of the manager argue that this is a necessary measure to maintain cohesion and demonstrate that no individual is above the team, framing it as a bold statement of leadership in an era where superstar athletes often challenge authority. Others express concern for Sasaki's mental and emotional state, highlighting the intense pressure that young international players face when they are thrust into the spotlight and immediately expected to perform at elite levels. The rumor, whether fully accurate or exaggerated, underscores the fragile ecosystem of trust, performance, and cultural adaptation within a team striving to maintain championship aspirations while integrating a new generation of talent from across the globe. The speculation has grown so intense that even casual observers are now following every subtle move, tweet, or press conference, analyzing body language, quotes, and behind-the-scenes hints for clues about the evolving relationship between Roberts and Sasaki. In the midst of all this, some baseball insiders are quietly suggesting that this could be a pivotal moment in Sasaki's career, a test of resilience, maturity, and adaptability that could ultimately define his trajectory in Major League Baseball. The idea that a single disciplinary action could serve as a transformative experience is gaining traction, with analysts noting that some of the greatest players have faced setbacks early in their careers, only to emerge stronger and more focused. The rumor surrounding Roberts and Sasaki, therefore, is more than just an isolated incident. It represents a microcosm of the challenges inherent in managing elite talent, balancing cultural integration, and maintaining competitive excellence. Whether this situation evolves into reconciliation, prolonged tension, or even long-term consequences for Sasaki's role in the Dodgers remains uncertain. But the ongoing speculation ensures that fans, media, and insiders alike will be watching closely, ready to dissect every development with meticulous attention and fervent anticipation. Speculation is intensifying that the sidelining of Roki Sasaki could trigger a domino effect within the Dodgers organization, affecting not only team morale, but also the broader perception of the franchise among fans, media, and potential free agents. Observers suggest that while Dave Roberts' decision may be rooted in discipline and accountability, it could inadvertently create tension among players who admire Sasaki's talent but feel uneasy about the strict enforcement of rules. Some insiders are quietly noting that locker room dynamics could shift as teammates wrestle with questions about loyalty, fairness, and the balance between talent and temperament. The rumor mill paints a picture of heated conversations behind closed doors, where senior players may be privately advising the young phenom on navigating the pressures of Major League Baseball, while simultaneously wondering how far management will go to uphold its standards. Meanwhile, sports journalists and social media commentators are dissecting every minor detail, from the timing of Sasaki's absence in practice to subtle changes in on-field rotations, creating an atmosphere where speculation itself becomes a narrative force, shaping public perception even before any official statements are made. In this charged environment, the story surrounding Sasaki is no longer simply about a talented pitcher. It has evolved into a case study on leadership, expectations, and the cultural and personal challenges faced by international players in America's most scrutinized league. Analysts are now considering the potential long-term implications of Sasaki's benching on his career trajectory, suggesting that this disciplinary action could either become a defining moment of growth or a stumbling block that hinders his development. Some insiders speculate that the experience may teach him critical lessons about adaptability, professionalism, and the need to navigate complex organizational hierarchies, all while performing under the relentless glare of media attention and fan expectation. Conversely, others warn that the psychological toll of such scrutiny could weigh heavily on a young player who has already achieved superstardom in Japan and is now adjusting to the cultural and competitive demands of Major League Baseball. Rumors suggest that front office executives are closely monitoring the situation, weighing how disciplinary actions intersect with long-term investment in international talent. The discussion extends beyond Sasaki's individual behavior to encompass the Dodgers' strategic philosophy, as the team must reconcile the desire to maintain strict standards with the need to nurture and protect a generational talent who represents both competitive advantage and global marketing potential. This duality, insiders argue, underscores the delicate balance between discipline and opportunity in professional sports, where the consequences of each decision reverberate far beyond a single game or roster move. But before we move forward, don't forget to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest news about the Los Angeles Dodgers. We'd love to hear your thoughts on news, so drop a comment below. Meanwhile, whispers around the league indicate that rival teams are taking careful notice of the unfolding situation, seeing it as an opportunity to assess the Dodgers' internal culture and perhaps even exploit vulnerabilities in future matchups. Scouts and executives are reportedly tracking not just Sasaki's performance metrics, but also the subtler signals of morale, cohesion, and resilience within the Dodgers roster, recognizing that disciplinary controversies can ripple into on-field performance and competitive consistency. Speculation is rampant that the story could influence contract negotiations, both for Sasaki and other international signees, as players and agents may now factor in how strictly the organization enforces rules and how management handles high-profile personalities. Fans and media are equally invested, creating a narrative that transcends the immediate incident, transforming the saga into a lens through which the team's values, leadership style, and approach to talent management are evaluated. Every hint of reconciliation, adjustment in rotation, or public comment is dissected, fueling new rounds of rumor, prediction, and analysis as observers attempt to forecast whether the Dodgers' handling of Sasaki will ultimately enhance their reputation as a disciplined, championship-caliber franchise or raise questions about flexibility and player relations in a highly competitive league. The ongoing speculation has also raised questions about Sasaki's adaptation to life in the United States, with insiders suggesting that cultural differences, language barriers, and media scrutiny may have compounded the situation, contributing to the disciplinary measures taken by Roberts. Analysts argue that international stars often face unique challenges that domestic players may not fully understand, including isolation, pressure to prove themselves immediately, and navigating unfamiliar team structures. Some rumors suggest that Roberts and the coaching staff have been attempting to implement mentorship programs or guidance sessions, but that tensions escalated despite these efforts, resulting in the unprecedented step of benching a player of Sasaki's caliber. Fans and commentators continue to debate whether the situation reflects a clash of personalities or an unavoidable consequence of integrating elite international talent into a team with established norms. While no official confirmation exists regarding the specifics of the incident, speculation itself has taken on a life of its own, with media outlets reporting conflicting accounts, insiders leaking partial information, and social platforms amplifying every subtle clue, creating a narrative ecosystem that is simultaneously informative, sensational, and deeply uncertain. Rumors also suggest that Sasaki's response to being sidelined could determine the tone of future interactions with management and influence his standing within the team. Some insiders predict that if the young pitcher demonstrates accountability, maturity, and a renewed commitment to team standards, the incident could ultimately strengthen his relationship with Roberts and solidify his role as a cornerstone of the Dodgers' rotation for years to come. Conversely, if tensions persist or public perception turns against him, the controversy may linger, potentially influencing coaching decisions, rotation priorities, and even trade discussions. Analysts point out that this type of high-profile disciplinary action carries strategic weight, as it sends a clear message to other players about the expectations of behavior, work ethic, and professionalism, reinforcing Roberts' leadership philosophy. At the same time, it exposes the delicate balance required to manage global talent, maintain team harmony, and navigate the constant media spotlight that surrounds superstar athletes. In this sense, the saga of Sasaki and Roberts has evolved into more than a rumor. It is a prism through which the intersection of talent, discipline, culture, and management in modern Major League Baseball is examined and debated endlessly by fans, commentators, and insiders alike. That's all for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay up to date with exclusive news about the Los Angeles Dodgers, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We always appreciate your comments and feedback. See you in the next video.